No matter how much dating wisdom and advice you learn, if you can't approach women, then you're never going to get very far. Even though it's the first step and only lasts for a few seconds, it's still the one area of success with women many guys struggle with the most, and I totally get it. And every time I go out, I see lots of men making the same basic mistakes over and over again. So in this video, I wanted to tell you 7 tips that when followed will make your approaches more impactful and more successful. So keep watching. Tip number 1, eye contact. This is huge. If a man can't make and maintain strong eye contact with us, we assume he's either sketchy or has very little confidence in himself. Obviously, you don't want her to place you in either of those categories as you're approaching her, right? That's why if you're approaching her from the front where she can see you, you must hold good eye contact with her and not look away even if you're nervous inside. And if you do, which I totally get if you do, just make sure to lift your head back up and get that contact back. A little exercise that I give to my clients to get more comfortable with eye contact is to play eye contact chicken. So here's how to do it. For the next week, when you're out and about, play eye contact chicken with every single person that you walk by. And that means making eye contact with people, not women, people you pass by, and in your mind think, first one to look away loses. And then work that eye muscle so that you are not the one to look away first. It's just a way to get more comfortable with making eye contact and being okay when the other person looks away. So once you've mastered eye contact chicken, you can start to finesse how you make eye contact and work on your style. You want your gaze to appear relaxed and warm, not intense and scary. To do that, you can narrow your eyes a little bit while incorporating tip number 2, which is tip number 2, smile. If you just hold eye contact with a really serious or blank expression on your face, it's more likely to frighten us than turn us on. So you need to smile so you look friendly and not threatening and make us comfortable with you while you're approaching us. And I'm not talking about a huge cheesy grin. I am talking about a simple closed mouth smile or even a bit of a smirk. And that's enough to put us at ease. Okay, tip number 3, assume she already likes you. One way to be more confident holding eye contact and smiling when you approach is to assume she already likes you. If you think of her as some scary woman who may reject you or ignore you, that'll be reflected in your body language when you approach, and you're gonna look nervous and expecting something bad to happen, which in turn makes us feel nervous around you. But when you have the mindset that it's gonna go great because she's already into you, then you'll appear more confident and sure of yourself. Tip number 4, slow movements. Okay, take a look at some of the biggest male sex symbols in the world. Very few, if any, have fast and jerky movements. Instead, they move slowly and deliberately at their own pace. That's because slower movements are equated with a relaxed confidence. A man who moves slowly appears more sure of himself and is more attractive to women. See how that works? Okay, number 5, be positive. It's a proven fact that people prefer to be around those that are positive instead of negative. When you're negative and pessimistic, it conveys that you're not happy with your life and things aren't going very well for you. Hint, hint, negative commenters. If you approach women with this kind of energy, we'll assume you're basically miserable because your life sucks. And why would we want to be part of that? However, when you're positive and upbeat, it makes you seem more fun and more charismatic. We're going to assume your positive vibe is because other people treat you well and you're generally kicking ass in life. So we want to be part of that. That's the type of man we're happy to have approach us anytime. Number 6, be different. If you do and say the same thing as every other man, don't be surprised when you get treated like every other man. To make a strong impression, it's important that you're not using tired and lame lines that we've heard a million times before. And if you do use those lines, use them well. In a bar, that would be asking if you can get us a drink or if we have a boyfriend or anything else that's unoriginal. In daytime settings, it might be asking us if we have the time or the directions, and then after we reply, trying to continue the conversation by asking where we're from. There are others, of course, but these are some of the most common, boring, bland lines. However, lines that are original, witty, and cute, they work. So if you find a few lines that work, use them. I actually have a list of awesome original witty lines that I just added as a bonus to my banter guide that you should check out. And I'm gonna put a link below this video so that you can get a copy if you'd like. Use them as a template to create your own, or you can just use them. Number 7, expect some resistance. Sometimes when you approach a woman, she'll be receptive and clearly into you before you've even finished your opener. However, you can't expect that to be the case all the time. We get approached by a lot of men, and we'll usually want to see what you're made of before we're sold on you. That's why some women will only give you a lukewarm reaction, or even, something that's a bit icy in some cases. She's gonna want to see how you react when presented with a challenge and when things don't easily go your way. And by the way, this is all subconscious. Women aren't consciously thinking, this dude's gotta bring it or I'm not even gonna crack a smile. Think about it from our point of view. Some random person just starts chatting with us and we have no clue who he is, what he wants, where he's going with us. Of course, we're going to be skeptical and a little bit wary. You would be too. So know this before you approach, and it will make her standoffish response feel like less of a rejection and more of an invitation to show her who you are. If you give up immediately and walk away with your tails between your legs, she'll feel like she saved herself from a man who can't handle obstacles life throws his way. When you're prepared for a little resistance and clearly not shaken or upset by it, that definitely makes us more interested in you and the approach go way better. One little caveat though to the last tip is you don't want to be persistent to the point of annoyance. If she makes it clear that she's really not interested and that icy continues forever and you don't accept that, then you come off as a pest or a creep. These 7 tips that I just shared with you are going to go a long way towards making sure you set yourself up to make a positive impression when you approach a woman. If you'd like to know how to meet any woman in any situation without awkwardness, creepiness, or rejection, then I have something for you. I've made you a quick 4-minute video with instructions on how to master the approach every time. And some are calling this approach, this method, their Bible for approaching women, which I'm totally flattered by and beyond happy that men are using this and seeing such amazing results. To get your hands on my approach blueprint, go to winggirlmethod.com/approachgirlsyouwant and watch the video now, or you can click the link below in the description box and it will take you to my website where you can get instant access to the blueprint. The approach blueprint gives you all the tools that you're going to need to approach and get into fun, meaningful conversations, or maybe not so meaningful, but fun, with any woman that you choose. So you'll get more numbers and dates with beautiful women than you ever have before, and you'll no longer have to settle for girls who are just good enough. You'll have your choice of women from this day forward. So go check out the approach blueprint. I made a short video telling you all about it. All you have to do is go to winggirlmethod.com/approachgirlsyouwant, or you can click the link below in the description box and it's going to take you to my website where you can get instant access to the blueprint. I'll see you next week.